come to you now with
I can't! I don't live much longer!
I got it! I got it!
Different Peter. Weird.
Thanks. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I got my body back.
Hey, this is gonna sound really crazy, but, this isn't your universe.
Another universe.
Uh-huh.
What?
That's what I was feeling. The power. It's different. I like it.
Easy, buddy.
It's actually my fault that you're here.
Like the universe? Or the woods? I hate the woods.
I'm at the universe, sir.
So what? Y'all just gonna stand here and act like I ain't butt-ass naked?
I am.
No,
What was that? What did you just do to him?
No, it's okay, it's okay,
Did
it's
you
okay.
kill him?
Whoa, listen, I can explain everything, you just have to trust me. Please just
I
trust
don't
me.
trust you. I don't know you. Ah, what is this?
You picked the wrong side. Connors?
Wait, you know this creature?
No, not a creature. A man.
Oh, the same universes.
Dr. Kirk Connors. He was a scientist at Oscorp when I worked there. A brilliant scientist. Until he turned himself into a lizard. Then he tried to turn the whole city into lizards. It was crazy.
It wasn't crazy, Max. It was the next step in human evolution.
The dinosaur can talk.
Lizard.
Right.
Speaking of which, what happened to you? Last I recall, you had bad teeth, glasses, and a comb-over. Did you get a makeover?
You know I can give you a real makeover.
Let me guess. Into a lizard?
Exactly.
You two just shut up. Where are we?
It's complicated.
A wizard's dungeon.
Wizard's dungeon?
There's no real way to sugarcoat that. It's literally the dungeon of a wizard.
Look, you can keep your magic. I want a taste of that new energy I just felt.
Oh, Peter, hey.
Hey, did those guys come through yet? There should be an electric guy and a sand guy.
Yeah, they're all here and locked up.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna just stay here for a bit and try and fix some of this damage so they don't blame it on me again.
Okay.
But hey, I couldn't do any of this without you, so thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, ask him if this is like a tree monster or like a scientist that turned into a tree.
It's just a tree, man. Just a tree.
Coward. We have a new world to conquer. You make me sick.
Leave me alone, please.
Hiding in the shadows. Hiding from who you truly are.
Oh.
You can't escape.
Has any
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Redo of Healer is the newest anime everyone's apparently upset about. It glorifies some really nasty stuff we'll talk about later. In fact, if you're not comfortable hearing about topics that rhyme with crepe or grape, it's a good idea to tune out now. I'll see you next week. But even more importantly, what's truly wrong about Redo of Healer is how fucking stupid this anime is, and how we've all just accepted that because something is shocking and tries something different, that means it's good. I don't know much. I talk about anime for a living and I sell crack under a bridge, but I do know that this is some bullshit. If you disagree with that, watch the video and hopefully I make you laugh anyway. I've been asked to talk about this constantly and don't really feel like thinking too hard, so I'm just gonna poop my opinion out there and retell the story for those of you who haven't seen it yet. The show stars Kiaru, a guy who, in a world of mythic heroes, is granted the healer class. There's other classes like people who use swords or magic, but the healer class heals people using healing magic. So anyways, his cum is like steroids and everybody wants it. Gimme, gimme, and drug him up for years to use him as a breeding stud by getting him so addicted to drugs that he has no choice but to listen to them to get his drugs. And before you ask, no, this isn't the stupid part yet. One day, after years of being their S-word slave, he gains a drug resistance ability that lets him wake up and be like, hey, you guys said this was Denny's, and remembers everything. He wasn't at Denny's. He was getting his cheeks blasted for 4 years. So he does the only reasonable thing. He lets it happen for another couple months for good measure. Then, after his companions are killed, finally he unleashes his powers of super speed, strength, and teleportation. That's healing magic. After defeating the Demon King, he gets an artifact to increase his magic power and uses healing magic to heal the world and reverse time. So he returns to the past, and to get his drug resistance stat early to prevent this whole part, he shoves a bunch of shrooms at his mouth and trips in the forest. He's then escorted to the castle to meet the king, because he's a healer now. And the king's all like, good. Fuck, what did the king say? Get this guy some water. He's a healer. The king is happy that he's a healer, so everyone's like, cool. And then Kiaru's like, cool, so we don't have to do the whole slavery thing? And the king's like, ooh. Your bedroom will be on the right. Kiaru tries to get some sleep after talking to everybody, and one of the maids busts in because, remember how I told you his seed is magic? Yeah, his semen allows people to break through their level cap, because of course it does. The maid busts down against his will, but luckily he uses healing magic to absorb XP from the people that break into his room at night, because of course he can. The next day, the princess of the kingdom is like, heal this swordsman chick! So he heals her and goes, we then find out that he gets to steal skills from people when he heals them. So now he's a master swordsman, because of course he is. This is all building up to a very stupid climax, I promise. The princess starts talking shit about him in his sleep. Oh, he can only heal people's arms and stuff. He's useless. Give him heroin. But what she doesn't know is that the hero is actually awake during all of this. He's calculated their every move with complete accuracy. The hero summons all of his wits, all of his knowledge to draft an unbeatable plot to not let them steal his ass. He's gonna let them. For 6 months. This is what's called checkmate. Wait, what? Why are we doing this? He claims he needed to go through the yes honey treatment for 6 months so he could steal people's experience while he healed them, but couldn't he not? If he knew the princess would do this to him for being useless, why did he adamantly refuse to heal anybody in this scene? Even if it fails, he loses nothing. Would it not be more useful to show that you're a great service to the heroes and then steal experience from the most powerful people on the planet? Yes, that would actually make too much sense. We need to show the viewer that these people are over-the-top crazy lunatics to justify this next scene. This is the one that pissed everybody off. He sobers up after 6 months and he can finally strike back and escape, so he waits a couple more days for good measure, and disguises himself as a knight to request an audience with the princess. When he's in private with her, he begins his revenge by breaking her fingers one by one. If she screams, she gets the pipe. If she's silent, she can go. I don't know how much of this I can show, but it's pretty fucked up and weirdly satisfying, kind of like those slime videos with the ukulele music. It stops being weirdly satisfying after this line. As you can see here, they're clearly dancing, there's some ushy-gushy sound effects, and a lot of screaming like it's the fucking Jellyfish Jam. The whole 3 minutes is pretty uncomfortable and detailed. It's genuine hentai. To wrap this up, he brainwashes her into losing her memory and changes her face so that they can run away from the kingdom together and be in a loving relationship after he got done wrestling her. That's what we're gonna call the R word. It's all much less tame than I'm making it sound, chock full of him being abused in horrible ways. I just gotta keep this family friendly. There's a lot to talk about with that story, but I'm gonna let this section do the talking. By far the best thing to come out of Redo of Healer are the reactions. Holy fuck, it's a war zone out there. You got the babies. I'm 13 and this doesn't faze me. Hentai is my life. And me and my boys share codes. What you gonna do? Holla my mum? There's no point in watching hentai if you can't come. I can come, bitch. The Edgelords. She f***ing deserved it. I would f***ing mutilate her over and over again. He should have done so much more to her. You are very, very, very retarded. More edgelords. As someone who is well versed in wickedness, drenched in evil, and vile to their core, I must say the worst thing he did to her was erase her memories. Your memories are the core of Just say you're a little bitch and leave. Nobody will care once you stop watching because you can't handle an animated show. I'm going to hell for this. There's a special place in hell for us. It's called a throne. One downvote. The philosophers. Human morality isn't that complex. There are few difference over time in regions, but morality almost have a similar base. Look at slavery. Slavery existed in the world for thousands of years. How every morality dictated around the world that though someone was a slave, there were a limit. And whatever the hell this conversation is. MC gets tortured. Lib meh, who cares? MC does the same thing to a girl. Lib cancel it now! What stupid logic you got?
I have found you, Joe Biden.
It's also very, very easy to find complete polar opposites in the reaction community. This has got to be one of the most divisive pieces of media I've ever seen.
This man just slapped her with his pee-pee.
But the one thing I haven't been able to find are these libtard snowflakes everyone's talking about. I just see a bunch of paranoid schizophrenics. Why is this rated so low?
It's the SJW, or the feminists, remember?
We should tick off these Twitter whisses to have such a meltdown. This guy, I don't even know what's going on with this guy. And why are people trying to cancel his anime? I think it's a good anime with great reason for what he's doing. All these snowflakes out there can F off and find a more vanilla anime. There are so many of these comments that I'm not showing, and so I went digging. This show is so goddamn hyped. Constant comments on my channel to check it out. Hundreds of comments about it being ragged on. Apparently TikTok is where the show is being canceled. I made a TikTok account just for this, and I can't seem to find a single big video trashing the show. I did find one chick that made a negative video. She said, hey, if you have problems watching this type of content, just don't watch it. I tried it out and regretted it. That's it. Very respectful, didn't urge people to dislike bomb it, nothing. From what I saw during my scroll, as I probably put on screen, no one is trying to cancel this show. It's mostly memes. So I went deeper. I went to where the blue-haired girls with Xanax addictions love to pretend to be upset about things. Twitter. And a simple search of Redo of Healer shows me nothing. Just memes. Everyone is mutually laughing about how crazy the show is. I even checked again a day later, and the only thing that changed is some girl is cosplaying as one of the characters. I'm not saying there aren't people upset about the show. Of course there are. But you have to dig to find them. There isn't some big-ass conspiracy against the show. People just don't like it. And believe me, I really wanted to make a video talking about how it's stupid to try to cancel a Japanese cartoon as if some office is going to be like, oh, the 19-year-old white girl from Ohio is offended. Shut it down, boys. That's really funny. I really wanted to respond to these people. They're just not there right now. It's cringe to me that the most common thing I see in discussions is that this anime is great and the only reason someone could dislike it is because they're snowflakes. Or they could dislike it because it's...
At Cobra Kai, we transform kids into champions. And now, our dojo is committed to providing state-of-the-art training. But a dojo is more than mats and machines. It's about the students. At Cobra Kai, we believe anyone can be a winner. All you need is the right teacher. Sign up now at our new flagship dojo in Encino, with more locations opening soon. It's a new era at Cobra Kai. Come join us.
Now, man to man, I want you to tell me if this is good writing. When he meets the king, he goes by Kiaru. But when he goes into hiding and disguises himself, he changes his name to Kiaru-ga. I want you to tell me if that's good writing. Okay, so healing magic lets you absorb the knowledge and skills of whoever you're trying to heal, and everyone in the world thought healers were useless. That's what you're telling me. You're also telling me that magic can